last week on Game Gods.
Oh no, how is this happening?
I don't fucking know. Call Pat.
Oh, he's not answering. What do we do?
The story so far. In 2017, Game Gods contacted Rad Katz and asked them if they wanted to take part in an annual award show that would focus on the worst games of the year in various categories. A sort of anti-award show, if you will. Well, this spawned into a strange and demented plotline, wherein a Russian decommissioned computer called Computron was exploited in order to save time and evaluate games on behalf of Rad Katz. The experiment resulted in disaster. Not only did the Russian computer become sentient and self-destruct due to the sheer amount of shitty games it was forced to evaluate, but it also caused multiple ramifications for both Rad Katz and Game Gods for years to come. In 2018, Computron returned and directly attacked Rad Katz. They managed to escape due to a plot device wherein Computron suffered a fatal heart attack. However, they managed to enter a dimensional bridge into Canada and were forced to confront Game Gods face to face. In 2019, somehow Rad Katz made it back to Canada. Their new adversary was mutated, amalgamation of Garfield and a male prostitute named Garfunkel. He tormented Rad Katz until they were able to challenge him in a DJ Hero competition, wherein victory was assuredly secured by the Rad Katz. This resulted in the unthinkable. Garfunkel resurrected Computron in an effort to harness Computron's ability to corrupt computer software and bring forth a new digital Stone Age, wherein Rad Katz and Game Gods would have no means of protection from the revenge of both Computron and Garfunkel. Meanwhile, during all of this, COVID happened. Then in 2020, the unthinkable happened. Computron and Garfunkel combined forces and brought about a curse upon the Rad Katz and Game Gods. If they didn't review 7 games in 7 days, they would both meet a horrible and grisly end. Well, it's 2021 and no one's died yet. In reality, most of this content became syndicated into an immensely popular Canadian community TV show created by Game Gods and Rad Katz. Well, they only managed to get monetization on their YouTube channel and create a video that went viral. Now we're gearing up for Season 2 of Game Gods TV, and Rad Katz is ready to turn their YouTube channel into a full-time gig. They say the best revenge is living well, and Garfunkel and Computron have been watching both Game Gods and Rad Katz with great interest. It's day 5, so it really matters at this point, of the 7 days until Game Gods and Rad Katz meet their certain doom. And Pat, the resident Game God, has retreated to Lake Iwanabang in the great north of Canada to escape Garfunkel and Computron's wrath.
Fuck us, guys, we can do a way better job of reviewing fucking shitty-ass games.
I don't think I can handle that again. I'll be tempted to install another self-destruct button.
Come on, don't be a little pussy. Let's treat these games like they are a bitch. And then we will show those little bitches the Rad Katz who's top dogs around here.
Guys, can you hear me? It's Pat. I figured out a way to radio you. Cheaper than long distance. I already re-uploaded Computron and Garfunkel's video on our YouTube channel, but I added better metadata to it. I put hashtag COVID and hashtag Biden sucks in the description. As long as we get more views in 24 hours, we can still win. While I'm here, I might as well hit you with some wisdom I've learned after spending months in seclusion. This stuff is gold. Gold, guys! Number 1. Compliment 3 people every day. No more, no less. Number 2. Make it a habit to do nice things for people who will find out. Never! Number 3. Know how to change a tire. Number 4. Read the Bill of Rights. Memorize it if you can. Number 5. Don't scrimp in order to leave money for your children. Number 6. Don't worry that you can't give your kids the best of everything. Give them your very best. Number 7. Do battle against prejudice and discrimination wherever you can find it. That one's a no-brainer, guys. Number 8. Give people a second chance, but never a third. Never! Number 9. Never go to bed with dirty dishes in the sink. Never! Number 10. Wage war against littering. And I'll give you one more for free. Never acquire just one kitten. 2 are a lot more fun and no more trouble. Oh, and put your address inside your luggage as well as on the outside. Oh, and slow down. I mean really slow down in school zones. I've got some advice for you on the worst indie games of 2020 in case I don't make it out of this alive. Get your pens or pencils or smartphones or whatever else you kids might use and get ready to take some notes. Game number 1, Dawn of Fear. Don't squander your ideas. This idea comes to you, you can see it, but to accomplish it, you need what I call a setup. It's crucial to have a setup so that at any given moment, when you get an idea, you have the place and the tools to make it happen. If you don't have a setup, there are many times when you get the inspiration, the idea, but you have no tools, no place to put it together. And the idea just sits there and festers. Over time, it will go away. You didn't fulfill it, and that's just a heartache. Dawn of Fear for the PS4 is exactly what it looks like. Another horror game. While the story itself isn't terrible, broken mechanics, both for puzzles and for combat, make playing the game a chore. With nothing to really make it remarkable, Dawn of Fear was drowned by the better titles in the genre, earning itself a 33 on Metacritic. My advice to you, don't play this unremarkable game. Game number 2, Robot Squad Simulator X. I look at the world and I see absurdity all around me. People do strange things constantly, to the point that, for the most part, we manage not to see it. These growth hormones, where can I get a bunch of them? Is there some way that, with electricity, you could stimulate your own growth hormones? Plug yourself in for 5 minutes. There'd be a little jolt, but you'd get used to it. It wouldn't be bad at all. In fact, you'd get to enjoy it probably. Then away we go, and youth wouldn't be wasted on the young anymore. You'd be 25, with a 95-year-old mind. Granddad would start breaking into liquor stores and staying out late. Hope we have it soon. I was doing something that had become a pattern in my life, and I thought, well, I should go talk to a psychiatrist. When I go into the room, I asked him, do you think that this process could, in any way, damage my creativity? And he said, well, Pat, I have to be honest, it could. And I shook his hand and left. I just left, guys. Bomb diffusion and drone piloting have the potential for high-tension gameplay that could give the player a sense of accomplishment when pulled off. but the awful controls and game design make it incredibly irritating for players to do anything. The robotic arm that is controlled feels about as dexterous as an infant learning how to pick up individual pieces of spaghetti. My note to take away: this game in no way prepares you for the world's eventual takeover by robots. Watch The Matrix instead. Game number 3. This is the Zodiac speaking. You know what dogs are like in a room? They really look like they're having fun. They're bouncing this ball around and chewing on stuff, and they're kind of panting and happy. Human beings are supposed to be like that. We should be pretty happy, and I don't know why we aren't. It's a truth of life that some things are not built so well that they become complicated and they need to be figured out, and they're hard to figure out. Another promising premise is thrown to the trash as This is the Zodiac speaking disappoints on almost every level. Many are likely familiar with the events portrayed in this game from other media, and like those, this game attempts to be a thriller with investigative elements. Unfortunately, due to the nearly nonsensical stealth mechanics, poor voice acting, and generic story, This is the Zodiac speaking leaves players wanting. The visuals feel washed out and the audio does little to draw gamers into the setting, effectively dulling one's mind in combination with the bland storytelling. This game has been reviewed on PC as well, though it did not fare much better and only earned a Metascore of 56. My prognosis? Most would be better off watching the 2007 movie based on the same events instead. Game number 4, and the final game, Outbreak, the New Nightmare. Let's keep it short and sweet, guys. New mysteries, new day, fresh donuts. Remember guys, keep your eye on the donut, not on the hole. A poet could write volumes about diners because they're so beautiful. They're brightly lit, with chrome in booths and naga hide and great waitresses. Now it might not be so great in the health department, but I think diner food is really worth experiencing periodically. Another game aiming to emulate the older Resident Evil games, Outbreak, the New Nightmare on the surface looks like it has potential as a survival horror game, but looks can be deceiving. In most regards, the game feels unfinished. The tremendous amount of bugs and scant storytelling don't give the player much reason to like this title. There isn't even anything remotely scary due to how poorly the various aspects are displayed. The tremendous amount of bugs and scant storytelling don't give the player much reason to like this title. There isn't even anything remotely scary due to how poorly the various aspects are displayed, making this game feel more like a mockery of the genre than a solid entry to it. Honestly, this game should have been on the Dreamcast in the year 2000. You want the straight goods? It's a dud. A dud, guys. Well, that's it for me, guys. Stay true to yourself, let your voice ring out, and don't let anybody fiddle with it. Always remember, if we didn't want to upset anyone, we would make games about sewing, but even that could be dangerous. I'm going to keep myself occupied while I'm in the woods. When I was young, I did a lot of woodworking with pine, but then I started falling in love with Douglas fir. Vertical grain Douglas fir. I don't know how I got to that thing of not caring what other people think, but it's a good thing. That's it for the rest of the reviews. I know if we stay on track with our plan, we can beat Computron and Garfunkel. Remember, this is how it will play out. We'll allow them to upload their reviews and beat us to the goal of 7 days to complete the reviews. Then, when they're physically brought into our world to kill us, we'll post our reviews to trap them and kill them ourselves. Talk to you tomorrow on day 6. This is Pat broadcasting from Lake I Wanna Bang in Canada, signing off.
I told you I could enter Pat's video message to Rad Katz.
I guess I owe you 10 Bitcoin, you lucky schmuck.
I calculate the odds of them succeeding in their mission are 999 to 1.
I like those odds. Come on, you dirty little dick lickers. Give us your best shot. Proceed with your stupid little plan and get fucked.
DL equals dirty little dick lickers. LOL.
I got a motherfucking spaceship. Oh, fuck. Cool, I got it.
Game Gods TV and Rad Katz have been collaborating on YouTube since the summer of 2017.
We produced dozens of game reviews, comedy sketches, and music videos together. But we've never actually met.
We want to fly Pat Andrel, the resident game god, out to Loki, Utah to have him meet us in person and have him stay with us for 1 week.
The $500 is strictly to cover a flight from Toronto, Ontario to Salt Lake City, Utah. When we are finally united, we will spend an entire week together, collaborating and filming as many comedy sketches, music videos, and game reviews as we can.
We will also try as many YouTube challenges as humanly possible without injuring ourselves too bad.
What up, Rad Katz? What up, my bros from Idaho?
Bros in Idaho, bros in Idaho, bros in Idaho. Here we go. Thanks again to our bros from Idaho. Here we go. Here we go. Ah! Keep it rad. Here we go.
What do you say?
Links in the description.
Check it out.
Come on, donate.
We love you.
We love all of you.